Family, how does this feel?
Feels good. I mean, we try to treat every week the same. Obviously, I think Coach Holman said this earlier, but every week is going to be our biggest test and our biggest game yet. So it's a big test. It's going to be a big game, but I mean, we're going to treat it the same way we do every week.
And I don't try to look ahead, but do you at all think about what happened last year? And is that in your mind at all?
No, and this is a completely different team. We don't really think about anything about last year or last year's team. We're a completely different team. A lot of new people and a much different mindset.
What's most different about this year?
I think it's the mindset. The mindset is a lot different. We're a lot more mentally tough and physically tougher, and that was one of the things that we focused on a lot in the offseason, and I think you can see that's changed a lot.
For you not getting to play in last year's game, this would be your first time playing Alabama, starting against Alabama. How much does that mean to you in terms of wanting to do something different than last year?
Well, I did get to play in last year's game at the end, and I think my first snap was right over my head in the end zone. So I'm hoping it's going to be a little different this year. But it's just like I said earlier, we're just going to treat this like any other week. This is going to be a good opponent, a very good test for us. But it's the SEC. You play teams like this every week.
With 2 weeks of build-up and it's being such a big game, how do you guys handle it emotionally once you take the field? What is it like emotionally in a game that's so big?
I mean, it's tough. Any game that you're going to come into Kyle Field, especially a top 10 game against a top 10 opponent, you're going to have emotions running wild. But as a team, I think we're really good at controlling those and really being emotionally ready for the game, but not too emotionally ready. We keep our emotions in check, but we have the energy there.
What do you think is the biggest way in which you've grown since from the beginning of the season until now?
I think my biggest thing is taking care of the ball, not turning the ball over. I think in the Arizona State game, the coaches made a point to me to take care of the ball more, and I think you can see that over the past 3 or 4 games that I've tried a lot harder to take care of the ball, and I think it's one of the main reasons we've won, and it's because we're winning the turnover battle now, and it's a big part of the offense. So I think it's probably the biggest area that I've got better at.
How much are you looking forward to the challenge going against the Alabama defense that some think are the best defense in the country?
We're very excited as an entire offense. We're very excited because we know that this offense can work against any defense. We just have to produce and be ready and study film, and we just have to prepare in the week. And I think we're doing a good job of that. And as long as we come ready on Saturday, we'll be all right.
How are you able to be undaunted by being at the center of the national stage with this, all the hype that comes with Alabama and y'all being undefeated? Like, how do you deal with that?
We don't look into that very much. We're a team that likes to keep things between us as a team, and we don't like to read whatever's going on in the news and stuff like that. And Coach Holman makes a big point of that: is don't read into your own news and stuff like that. It's a team. It's about us. We don't really care what's going on outside of us. We just care that we're getting what we need to get done and we're outside of it.
You think you can run on these guys, and if so, how?
I mean, we can run on any team, and it's just studying film and seeing what their weaknesses are and seeing what we can do. Obviously, they're a very good run-stopping team. They're big up front. Their linebackers are athletic and they play fast, but we're going to have run plays and we're going to have run schemes that are going to work against them just like we have against every team.
Can you talk about the 2:30 time slot and the fact that the nation will be watching this game and what that does for you guys as a platform to kind of promote A&M in your football program?
It's a huge time slot and a huge game. I remember when I was in high school, that used to be my favorite game of the week is watching the 2:30 CBS game. And so being able to play at that, being able to play in National Spotlight where everyone's watching is huge. And it's going to be huge not only for us but for the coaches and for recruiting and stuff like that, because I know, like I said earlier, as a kid I used to watch those games all the time.
So did you watch the 2012 and 2013 A&M games?
I was actually here for the 2013 one, but 2012 I was sitting on my couch watching it.
So that made a big impression on you, obviously.
Yeah, big one for sure.
What,
much
so
were
it
you
was your
looking-
official? Sorry, it was your official visit that you took here, or you just came here for the?
Yeah, it was my official one for 2013.
2012, how much did that game kind of change your focus in recruiting?
I mean, I think it changed a lot of people's mind on A&M in general. I think everyone thought A&M was a good team in the SEC, but being able to beat the number 1 opponent on 2:30 CBS game is huge, and I think that's what really put A&M on the map and has kept us on the map.